May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from harm. May all beings love life. May all beings awaken. Welcome to another episode of Life in Bali, the one day a week where we get away from all that Zen nonsense. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable and free from economic hardship and able to get out and do whatever it is you want within the limitations of the universal precept of do as little harm as possible. So, I said one day a week. We didn't have one last week. As I have mentioned in other podcasts, I am involved trying to get through with this audio book that I spent way too much time on. First time, next time I'll just zip through it. Also, I'm making a connection with a big studio here that has done a lot of audiobooks, and I'm hoping they will help analyze and maybe optimize it before I nervously submit it. And if you notice a little tap, 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 tap going on, that's the ceiling fan. Every once in a while it does that. And I didn't turn it off, or I probably could have turned it off and turned it back on. It wouldn't happen. But and if it continues happening, I can't have that. I'll have to call Mudik, and he'll come balance it. Which is something I would have done if it was back in America, but I can't do anything for myself anymore except record and do, this stuff I do for Cuke Archives and email and swimming. Okay. One other bit of noise. There's some static coming through from Rin's side of this. I'm calling her on Facebook Messenger. And anyway, for some reason on her end, there's a little static, especially toward the end. And also her voice gets very low, so I had to, amplify it. And so I had to amplify the static some too. And so I got rid of what I could. It's not that bad. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything happening in Bali that's exciting? Katrinka's planning to go to America in the fall, but she keeps her eye out on what's happening. She reads Jackie Pomeroy's COVID-19 diary or whatever it's called every day. It's on Facebook. And whether she got this from that or from some other news source, maybe Al Jazeera, she keeps up with Al Jazeera, there's a airline that's considering banning people from Indonesia because there was a plane that landed in Hong Kong, maybe, or Singapore, that where 26 people from Jakarta tested positive. How the heck did they get on that plane? I think you have to be tested to fly out of the country, but I don't know. Anyway, that's one little bit of news here. So today's guest is Rin Orin. She's a repeat. In fact, the last Life in Bali was part one, Rin Orin. And so this is part two, Rin Orin, and it picks up right where we left off. So let's give her a call right now and see what's happening, all right?
Hello.
Okay now?
Yes?
Oh, okay, good. Congratulations on your getting your first shot.
Thank you.
And could you get a little closer to the mic? You sound very distant.
Okay, is this enough?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. um, and great, you didn't get sick at all. That's terrific. Um,
Mm,
so, Rin, uh, the, we left you last time. You were, I think you were married to. I don't know if you were married. Were you married? You were married to the psychic
yes,
in and living in Java, like where
in Jakarta.
in Jakarta.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
Well, long story cut, I get divorced again. I I leave my husband in 2004 with a son with me,
Mm,
and I moved to Bandung to start a new life.
mm-hmm.
And I rent a house for myself and my son.
Yeah.
But
Tell us where Bandung is.
Bandung is in West Java, not far from Jakarta. It's just like 2.5 hours with toll road.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's not traffic,
Yeah.
like
Right.
regular traffic. Yeah.
How's the
So,
traffic outside of Jakarta?
uh, Jakarta is worse, but Bandung's still bad too.
Mm-hmm. What about
You know,
going from Jakarta to Bandung? How's the traffic on the road?
on the weekend it's gonna be like, I don't know, crawling maybe. It's just like it's just like really really slow, because it's just like most of people from Jakarta go for a weekend in Bandung so they can hang out there, because Bandung is famous with clothes and also the culinary, like, and a lot of people said Bandung is uh, Paris Van Java.
Yeah,
It's yeah,
it's the Paris of Indonesia.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
yeah.
a priest in the Zen Center who lived there a couple of years, and he loved it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person who love to dress up, like put makeup on. I'm not that kind of person. I just want to be who I am, like I just want to be myself, like
Mm-hmm.
which I want to use the whatever clothes that I like to use, not so fancy, not fashionable, like just being me, like that's why also after my parents uh my parents took my son, I decided to move to Bali
Yeah.
because I was heartbroken, like, and I cannot live with my son only, like my parents uh, forced me to stay at home, which is gonna be hard for me to taking care of my son with their spoiling their grandson, like that's the first grandson that they have.
Uh
So
huh.
yeah, I feel frustrated, and so I leave from Bandung 2004, and I choose Bali to start live for myself.
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah,
made you choose Bali?
because I barely know anyone here, like only one or two person maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, like, and I love beaches. That's for sure. I love beaches, and in Bali, if I live in Bali, like it just took at least 15-20 minutes to go to the beach, and it takes less than 10 minutes to see the rice field. That's what I love, nature, like,
Yeah.
and for me Bali is the perfect place for me to live because it's just like we don't have to. I don't have to dress up, like I don't have to go out uh without. I don't have to go out with makeup on, like it's just simple thing,
Well,
like
you
that's
mean
me, yeah.
you mean like Bandung is more style conscious,
Yes,
and the rest, and Jakarta too, and
Jakarta too, yeah.
really, huh?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
So
Huh.
I barely use lipstick either. So how can I put makeup on if I'm not really working, like, what I mean by working, like it's just like it happened to me when first come I come to Bali, I rent a small room. It
Mm-hmm.
was only 250,000 a month without anything, like bathroom inside, but I sleep on the floor, like with the traditional carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pillow that I use is uh, the towel from my after I get shower, like so I just fold it and I use it as a pillow for me to sleep. So that's in the beginning I come to Bali.
Wow, that's rather austere living.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyhow, I I found a place to stay and I met some people and I start to work in one of the not really famous, but it was quite famous at the time. Like I was working in a bar
Yeah.
near to double six.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Double
so
Six Beach.
double six beach, like so I work as a waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even enough money for me to live, like it's just like I don't know, 850,000 a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's enough at that time, like, and so
So back
I,
then, what was the dollar? Was 850,000, and that was 2004, huh? Uh,
2004, I think it's already 9,000 something, less than it is now.
oh
Hmm.
wow, wow, and that's not enough
Yeah.
to live on.
Well, for me, that's enough. Anyway,
Oh, you
I
did? You
even,
lived on eight hundred
yeah,
and fifty thousand a month?
I live in 850,000 a month because I sometime after a job finish, like I do driver too on my bike. I rent a bike, uh, and I just write someone after I go home, like it's just like I came to a bule, like who drunk enough and I asked him like if he need a ride to go home, like and they will pay me enough money like 50,000. That's already a big money for me, like
Yeah.
so that's how I work and I drank all night long,
Mm.
like when I'm still working.
Mm. What did you
So
drink? What did you drink?
whatever I can.
Mm.
Because I work in a bar, like and the bartenders will give us what we want, like and sometimes the guests give me drink too, and I don't know, I become immune to alcohol, I think, and it never make me really really drunk after all, like and so that's what happened. And then a month later, my friend asked me if I'd like to work as a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
So so I moved. I changed my job become a babysitter because the wages, the salary that time, the the parents give me $250 a month.
Wait a minute. Did you just say $250 a month?
Yes,
Oh, that's way more than you were making.
way more, way more. I know. That's why
That's that's like 8 times more or something.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, it's
Very
wow.
good.
Yeah. So anyhow, I've worked in different places, like and I hang out with different people too, and then I don't know, I get involved in the community. Is harm reduction.
Hmm.
It's an NGO, non-government organization
Yeah.
that related with drugs abuse, injecting drug user and HIV/AIDS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked there for a while on 2005, I
And
think. On
in 2005, you knew the term harm reduction.
yes, 2005 or 2006, I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tip, I've promoted, on my websites and blogs, not recently, but through the years,
Mhm.
harm reduction as the best response to drug and alcohol problems.
Yes.
And I've posted lots of stuff against the war on drugs and everything. I don't do
Mm.
much of that these days, but maybe I should do a little more. Yeah, because harm reduction is where it's at. Uh,
uh yeah.
yeah. So go on.
So yeah, I start uh well, I when I was young, like when I was really young, I start to try it, like some kind of ecstasy, like I try different kind of drugs, like, and it didn't make me happy at the beginning, but then when I get addicted to one of the drugs, and
Well, what drug? You're certainly not going to get addicted to ecstasy. What drug did you get addicted to?
I actually I prefer ecstasy if I can hang out party every night, but I get addicted to heroin
Uh huh. Well,
because
they're
that's
certainly very different.
yes, I know. Anyhow, it's just like, and one of my clients from the harm reduction,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it become my friend. It is just like a sister for me. And 2007, I almost died, but getting OD.
Yeah.
I'm getting OD, and she saved my life. Like she brought me to the hospital, and I wake up and I was angry to her. Like it's just like, why do you have to take me to the hospital? Why don't you just let me die? Like I don't know. It's just like, for me, life is not not scary. It's just like boring for me. Like life is bored. Like,
Mm.
and so maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's just like that's happened on to 2007, and then on 2011, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, she tried. She helped the cops to frame me for a drug dealer.
Wait a minute. That woman helped the cops frame you?
Yes, because she's under the cops threatened her because he just released from prison 8 days, and the cops told her that she's gonna get in again. Like
Oh,
it's
she had to get someone else arrested.
yeah.
Yeah, they do that in America too. They do it all over the world.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
I thought it's happening in Indonesia only.
No, no,
Yeah. So.
no. America has. I don't know the figures. I bet America has 10 people in prison for every one in prison in Indonesia, or
Mm,
8, or something like that. America's world leader in percentage of
mm,
people in prison,
no.
and the it's a big industry. They like to arrest as many people as they can, and they like, once they get them involved in the system, they like to keep them in there because it's an enormous amount of money made, and it employs an enormous number of people. It's terrible.
Mm,
All right, go on.
okay. So I went to jail, but I didn't let her go out. Like I tell to the cop, like maybe you don't know me, but I will. Oh, I forgot something. When they captured me for being a drug dealer, I punched a chief of the cop in the face. So they the yeah the staff, the whatever cops that is, just beat me back, like beat me up back, and I think that's why I get high sentence, like that's what I supposed to get,
Oh, so
like
you hit the arresting police officer in the face.
yes.
Aha! And so
It just one. It just
just
one.
once. And so you
Yeah.
were charged with assaulting
For
a police officer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
So, but I don't regret it at all. Like at that time, I don't regret it at all because because since I was a child, my dad told me to uh stand up for your right.
yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
like yeah. So that's it. I think I went to prison 2011,
You went to
and
Corobocan here, right?
right. I went to Karabokan here.
Yeah. And one thing I remember playing tennis with you, I asked you where you learned to play tennis.
Yeah, that was it. I was yeah, I started to play in Karabokan,
Yeah.
and yeah, in the beginning in Karabokan I thought it was a curse, like I just like how can be possible that God put me in prison, like when he knows that I'm innocent, that I'm not a drug dealer, like it's just like I was so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Well,
so upset.
that's interesting. You didn't tell me that when you said you learned to play tennis in prison. You
Yeah.
you didn't tell me that you were framed. I didn't.
Uh,
I knew why.
yeah.
I knew why because of the program, but
Yeah.
I didn't know. To me, people who are in prison for drugs are they're all innocent, unless they were really hurting people with
Mm.
violence. But that's not drugs; that's violence. And the drug. Pardon me for going on. This is one of my pet themes. The drug that has the highest association with violence by far is alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I do a lot of violence thing when I'm drunk.
I can't
A
imagine
lot.
you being violent. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
anyhow,
So,
why I didn't tell you that I was framed is just because when I get into prison, I thought I was cursed, like that God avoiding me, like something like that.
yeah.
But after prison time, I see it as a gift
Mm.
because I learned a lot from there, like really a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to be humble. I learned how to forgive others, and I learned to accept who I am and how I was, and I cannot change the past, and nor we to shut the door on it because I become the way I am at the moment.
Mm. Mm. That's that's very impressive. And did you attend meetings in prison?
Yes.
Yeah, and they were good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah. And then I go out from prison on 2013,
yeah.
and yeah,
So you were
and
just in for 2 years. That's pretty good. You were lucky.
no, 2 years and 9 months, almost 3 years.
Oh, well, you went in 11.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 2 years and 9 months.
Yeah, 2 years and 9 months,
God, well,
almost three
people get
years.
4 years for one joint of marijuana.
No, I got 4.5 years for .1 meth.
Uh huh. Oh, but you got out early.
Yep, I do probation, as you know,
Uh huh.
maybe. Yeah, and so that's it. That's my life story.
Yeah. Well, we met you. We arrived here in December of 2013, and we might
No,
have even met you in December, or early in 2014. And since then, we've played tennis, and I've seen you always be very industrious and have different jobs and, uh, running that wonderful furniture place and helping Love Porridge get going and various things. And hey, I need more yogurt.
okay. I
Uh,
will send it to you tomorrow, can be, I think. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon.
yeah, no hurry, but whenever I'll be here.
Okay.
Uh, I think I'm going to go to Genius tomorrow. I want to talk to some of the musicians that play there. In case you want to go, I plan to go over there about 5. And I
Okay.
imagine Katrinka would. I mean, I assume Katrinka would go if you want to go with us, but I don't know if she can go. I think she can. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. All right.
Oh well. Thanks a lot, Ren. That's very interesting. That's very good to hear. Your that you took this bad fortune of being framed and sent to prison to grow and learn, and that was very touching.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot.
You're
And
welcome.
okay, take care.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. See
See
you
you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Rin Orin. That's very touching. And I'll see you tomorrow. This has been a Cuke Audio podcast. A Life in Bali. I'm DC Puba of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from sleepy Sanur with Dogget Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. And we're wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.